Hey everyone, welcome back to Dig with Geek. Kapil here. Today I am going to talk about how to set up your new MacBook Air M2. It applies basically to all MacBooks, not just Air. So in this video I am going to show you how you can set up your brand new MacBook from a system administrator perspective. It even applies to normal end users or general users as well, because most of the tools or most of the softwares, most of the settings even applies to any user, any general user, no matter from which field you are. But I am going to even include softwares, tools and settings that apply specifically to system administrators. This video will be even helpful to end users who are using or connecting to remote servers or who have their own VPS or dedicated servers. I'm not just talking about Sys Admin. So make sure to watch this video till end so that you can set up your MacBook from scratch. Okay, so let's get started. So our MacBook is on the language screen now. Now it's asking me to connect to a Wi-Fi network. Let's connect. Basically, I have just formatted this whole MacBook to make this video. So there might be a little bit of difference in what you see on a brand new MacBook. But anyways, let's proceed. Okay, I selected Mac over here. I will just enter my password. I connected to Wi-Fi by selecting this top Wi-Fi icon and then selected the Wi-Fi network to which I wanted to connect. It takes a while. So wherever it's taking a while, I will just fast forward it. Okay, it's saying it is activated. It will restart in 52 seconds. Let's restart it. It is possible that if you get a new MacBook, it won't ask for this activation process. But anyways, let's do it. Okay, actually you are going to see this when you first boot your Mac. So let's get started. Now let's select the language. Since I'm from India, so I will select English India. English India, next. And then I need to select the country so that it can set up all the settings according to a region. So I've selected India again. And now it's written and spoken language, English. Input source is ABC India, dictation English India. Now for accessibility, I don't need to, but this is a very good thing that Apple is giving accessibility option right at the time of setup, so that if an individual is having any issues, they can set it up right over here. Windows need to learn right from this. Okay, now I need to select my Wi-Fi network. I will enter its password. I don't know why every time it gives me this warning whenever I set up a new Mac. It won't connect to the Wi-Fi network in the first attempt. Okay, it's connected. That's the data and privacy icon. And okay, now here is the thing. It's a migration assistant has popped up. It's asking how do you want to transfer your information from a Mac, time machine backup or a startup disk, or from a Windows PC. See, since I'm making this tutorial, I'm not going to transfer any data. But if you already have another Mac and if you're setting up and you just want to copy that data, you can select from a Mac, or even if you have a time machine backup, you can restore from your time machine backup. That is one of the way to do it. Or if you're a Windows user, you can even select from a Windows PC. But since I'm doing a fresh startup, so I will just select not now. Now it's asking me for my Apple ID so that it can link it with my Apple ID and iCloud account. So I will just enter that. There is an option to set up later, but I don't want to skip it. Okay, now here is the thing. I'm using two-factor authentication. Even you should use it. So I've got a pop-up on my iPhone and iPad everywhere. So I can just select it from anywhere I want. Now I've got the two-factor code. I need to enter that. This two-factor authentication is actually very, very important. Make sure always enable it. It keeps your account and data secure. Now iCloud terms and condition, I have to agree to it. There is no option. Now it's asking me to create an account for this particular MacBook. So I will just, the username is already there, that's fine. I will just enter a password that I want to set. Now there is an option hint. It is optional, like if you want to add a hint that can help you recall your password, you can enter it. I don't need that. And there is one more option, allow my Apple ID to reset this password. Just in case if you ever forget your password for your MacBook, you can always reset it with your Apple ID. So make sure it is always selected. Moreover guys, since I'm a Sys Admin as well as content creator, I will bring one more video very soon which will be targeted to content creators or YouTubers. I will show you how you can set up your MacBook as a content creator, what apps you can install that will be helpful in your YouTube journey. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get notified once I post that video. Okay, now it's asking to about Find My. So yes, I want to enable Find My just in case if I ever misplace or lose this MacBook. I can always find it with the help of Find My, and I can even remotely format or whatever I want to do. So let's click on continue, and now it's asking location service will be enabled, data analytics. Okay, let me customize this. No, device analytics, I already turned it off, but you can always customize it from here. First over here, enable location services on this Mac, because without this Find My won't work. And share Mac analytics with an Apple. No, I don't want to share any data. Click on continue. And now this is screen time. Okay, fine. I want my screen time reports. So let's keep it by default. And now it's asking enable Ask Siri. Yes, I want to enable that. Siri is actually a very good digital assistant. It actually helps you with a lot of tasks. Like you can set reminders, you can open apps if you want to, you can call somebody. So now it's asking me to set up. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Okay, finally it's got it. Hey Siri, send a message. Okay, fine. So finally it's ready. Now continue. It's asking if I want to share audio recordings. You can select whatever you want. If you don't mind sharing, you can share it. Let's select not now. Okay, now this is the very important thing. Turn on file vault encryption. Make sure to enable it, because what happens if your MacBook is ever stolen or somebody gets its hands on it? If it is encrypted, they cannot get your data. So make sure to enable it. Then allow my iCloud account to unlock my disk. If in case you forget your password or something, it allows your iCloud account or you with the help of your iCloud username and password, you can decrypt it or actually enable your MacBook. So make sure you select both of these options. Now it's asking to set up Touch ID. Let's do it. Touch ID is very important. I have to place my finger away repeatedly till it says it's done. Now it's asking me to put my edges. Touch ID is finally ready. See, Touch ID is actually very important. It helps you unlock your Mac or log into your Mac without typing a password. So make sure to enable it, because this new modern Macs all have Touch ID. And now choose your look. I prefer the dark theme, so I have selected dark. You can select whatever you want. There is option of light, dark and auto. Auto automatically changes as per the ambience. Okay, now it's asking calendar would like to use your current location. I am allowing it, because if I have set up a reminder or something in calendar that when I reach certain position remind me this. So in that case, calendar is helpful, like giving access to calendar for location or GPS is important. And also you can see over here on the top, new accounts added. You can configure your new accounts, internet accounts. Since this is an existing iCloud account which I'm already using on other Macs, iPad and iPhone, and I have multiple email accounts added over there. So it's saying that you can now set up those accounts. It has already fetched that data, but since they all are two-factor protected and all those things, I will still need to manually configure them. So over here, if you click on options, you can click on continue or later. So I'm not getting into that because the video will become too long. But over here, once you click on continue, it will show all your existing email IDs that you are already using in your other devices, Apple devices, and it will let you add them manually over here. So I will keep it leave it for now, but you can always do it. And if you are setting up a new iCloud account and you don't have any other Apple devices, then it won't show you this option. Okay, so now finally we are logged in and our basic setup of our MacBook, that is its activation etc. is completed. Now we are ready to customize it and install softwares as per our requirement. Now since my iCloud account is actually set up on multiple devices, so now all my notes, mails, and then the iCloud drive, the data and the files in the iCloud drive, contacts, username and password, everything will be automatically synchronized. Even Safari bookmarks, everything will be synchronized. If I open Safari now, it will let me log into all the sites and autofill password and everything. It will even automatically import all the bookmarks, and not only this, even photos will be synchronized now. And now I can even use the music app over here. It will be linked with my same iTunes or iCloud account. I can even go to the App Store and download apps from there that I already purchased earlier. I can now even use my Apple TV. So activating your iCloud account is very, very important, especially if you have multiple devices. Now let's fix the dock Dock is this area, because there are a lot of unwanted icons that we occasionally use or we rarely use over here. First of all, I don't use map, so I will just click on remove from dock. I don't use photos much, remove from dock. FaceTime also, like I can keep if I want. I'm removing calendar, I'm removing contacts from here, I'm removing reminders from here. I need notes, I hardly watch Apple TV over here, so I'm removing that. I'm even removing music from dock. The app is still there, so I can always start it, but I don't need it over here all the time. I don't need podcast, so I don't watch podcast. So this is how, and there is one more option. You can actually change its position if you want. Just right click on it and over here click on position left, so over here, and now right, so over here, but I want it on the bottom because I'm used to it, so I'm selecting bottom. Now let's go to Finder and let me show you a few things over here. See, there are no files yet on the desktop or anything, nothing, but it's still showing recent photos because this is linked to my same iCloud account. So the recent files that I have used in my other Mac, it's showing over here, and in the background it's actually downloading all these files also because they are all on iCloud. Now let's customize our Finder. See, right now it's not showing where this file is or path or anything. So what I'm going to do is I'll just open a Finder window, then over here click on the Finder menu and click on preferences. Over here there is an option hard disk. So let's click on it. It will now display the hard disk on the desktop. External disk, it by default shows. CD, DVDs we don't have, but it shows. Then connected servers, if you want, you can do that. Now new Finder window show. What do you want whenever you open a new Finder? What do you want it to show by default? So over here you can select that. Now let's select desktop. Now on the sidebar menu, it's asking what do you want to show over there. So you can select all the options you want over here. Then let's go to advanced. So now it's asking show, there are options show all file name extensions. See, by default in any Mac OS you don't see the file extension, so it gets confusing sometimes. So let's select that. So okay, now let's close it and open Finder again. See, now by default the folder is desktop, and then in the view menu click on show path bar. So now it's showing the path where our file is or on which directory we are. It's showing complete path. Earlier it wasn't showing. Once you click on show status bar, it even shows the actual, like how many items or how many files are in a particular folder and how much space is available. All those details are also shown over here. So that's how we customize our Finder, which actually helps a lot in our day-to-day usage. Now let's talk about what all softwares we should be installing on our new Mac. So for that, first let's go to the App Store. Since I've already logged in with my iCloud account, so it by default it has logged in. So first, I depend a lot on cloud. I am already using iCloud, but along with that I'm even using OneDrive. You can use OneDrive, Dropbox, Google Drive, whatever, basically depends upon what other service. See, I am using OneDrive, the reason being I already have an Office 365 subscription, so which gives me 1 or 2 TB of space in OneDrive as well. So I don't need to pay anything extra for that to Apple for iCloud space. So I'm using OneDrive along with the iCloud. So let's install OneDrive. Over here, OneDrive is installed. I will just log into it. It's asking for OneDrive email address. Even my OneDrive is protected with two-factor authentication, so I need to enter my password, two-factor code actually. Now there is option send optional data to Microsoft or don't send. So I don't want to send. Your OneDrive folder destination, it's asking you where should be the OneDrive, the location for OneDrive folder. So over here I will just create a folder in my home directory. OneDrive, and choose this location. Next. So now my OneDrive is synchronizing all data in background, so I will leave it. It's running over here, and it's asking OneDrive notification to allow notification. Yes, allow. So OneDrive is done. Now you need to even install, like any user, not just Sys Admin, everybody needs some kind of word processor. See, Apple already offers apps like Pages, Numbers, Keynote and all those things, but the problem that comes up is not everybody is an Apple user. Like, still Microsoft Office is dominating the world. So I am using Microsoft 365 or Office 365. So I already have the subscription to that. So I will just go to over here in the App Store itself, Microsoft 365 view. And I don't use PowerPoint and all those things much, but I use Word and Excel a lot. So I will just download them. I even don't use Microsoft Outlook, but if you are an Outlook user, you can even download that. But you will need a paid subscription. I already have a subscription to it, so I am downloading it. Else you can use Pages and Numbers, which are free from Apple. Now next important app is Skype, but as far as I know, it's not available in the App Store. So let's search in App Store. If it shows up, see, App Store does not have Skype. So we need to download it directly from the Skype website. So let's search in Google Skype download for Mac. Here we are. Let's download it. Get Skype for Mac. So it's downloaded. I will just install it. So here, Skype. This is not optimized for M2 or Mac M1 or M2 architecture. So it is installing Rosetta. So it asks me for the password. So Rosetta is installed in background. I will just start it up. Skype is now installed. I'm not logging in and doing everything, else I might start getting messages. So that's how Skype is installed, or the app. Like, at least I use Skype, and I'm sure like most of you must be using Skype as well. It's like one of the most popular chatting software from which you can communicate or use it even for business as well as for personal use. For if you're working in a team, Slack is like a very popular software, and even I myself use Slack. So I will install Slack. And like by the time Slack is being installed, let me show you one very important setting. See, if I want to click and drag a file or something, it's like very difficult. You have to use both hands for that. So to make it simple, let's go to System Preferences. Then let's go to Accessibility. And over here, let's scroll down and pointer, where is it? Pointer control. Now select Trackpad options. Over here, enable dragging and select 3-finger drag. Now this makes life easy. Like if I want to drag a file or something, I can easily drag files here and there quite easily, else it becomes very difficult. So make sure to enable this setting for your trackpad. I have already installed Slack, so you can log in with your login credentials once you install Slack if you are using it. Then another important app is Chrome. Like even if we are just a Sys admin, but at times we need to debug some web pages or something, or maybe visit some site that may not be compatible with Safari, and some people just prefer Chrome. So even I use Chrome, but my main browser is Safari. I use Chrome only for debugging and all those tasks if ever needed. So I will just install that. See, as I said, I enable 3-finger drag. So now if I just do it like this, I can do it. Else I have to use multiple fingers, both hands actually, and it's available. It should be available. Where is it? Chrome over here. It's asking you whether you want to set Google Chrome as default browser. No. And it also asking for to send data. No. So Chrome is installed. Now you can log in with your Google ID if you have any, so that all your data in Chrome also gets synchronized. Now these days, two-factor authentication is like a must for all services. See, a lot of users use Google authentication app, but I don't use that. I use Authy. Authy makes life much easier, because now since even I have multiple systems, multiple devices, this same app actually transfers data across all my devices. So I don't need to manually add it in all my devices. So that makes it easy. So I use Authy, and I have been using it like since ages, and it has made my life very easy. Let's open it. See over here, you just need to select your country and enter your mobile number, cell phone number. It will send you either an OTP over SMS, or you can even enable it or authenticate it by opening this same Authy app in any other device. Over there you will get a pop-up, you can accept the request. So that's how easy it is, and it will automatically copy data or synchronize data in this new device. Next important app is SSH, especially for Sys admins or Linux Sys admins. So for that I use Secure Crt, but you can always use a terminal app. Let's start it. Terminal. This is the one. I will even add it to my dock because I also use terminal on regular basis. So you can use this for SSH, or the other option is Secure Crt, which I use. The main reason to use Secure Crt is because I have hundreds of servers to manage. So what I do is I just add them on one device, and then I just import and export the XML file from Secure Crt, so I can directly, I don't need to manually add all my servers across in all my devices. They get import and export automatically. So this is like a very good feature of Secure Crt. That's why I use Secure Crt. So I will download Secure Crt for Mac. I'm downloading a DMG version, but this is the Intel. I need M1. So this one. So it's downloading in background. I can install it anytime later. Now suppose if you want to SSH but you don't want to use Secure Crt, and if you want to use SSH key and all this, so it's quite simple. What you do is just go to terminal app. It will take to your home directory. Over here create a folder .ssh, and then in this particular folder add your SSH key, and you will be able to SSH to your servers without entering password as long as SSH key is installed. You need the public and the private key, and with the help of that you can do it. Now suppose if you want to connect to Windows servers via remote desktop RDP protocol, so in that case you will need a RDP client. So I personally use Microsoft RDP. You can use the one of your choice. So I will just search for Microsoft RDP and download it. Microsoft Remote Desktop. Yeah, that's it. So it's downloading, and I can easily RDP to any of my Windows server from this. Next we need is a PDF reader. See, preview is already there in it, but if you have a proper PDF reader like from Adobe, you can actually even add signatures and all that quite easily. So I will use that Adobe Reader. Search in Google. Okay, download Adobe Acrobat Reader. Okay, fine. So it's not available in the App Store. You need to get it direct from the Adobe website. Basically, this Adobe PDF Reader is a must for all users, not just Sys admins. Now let's enable a few settings that will be helpful to a lot of users. Let's go to Messages. Okay, now since I have selected turn on, now my messages from my other devices will be automatically synchronized over here, and even iMessage will start working. And iMessage, okay, now enable messages in cloud. So what happens with this, if I enable this, any SMS or message that I receive on my iPhone or my mobile device, I can actually directly receive it from here, and I can even respond to it from here. So I selected it. So soon, like as you can see over here, downloading messages from iCloud. So it's downloading directly all the messages from my iPhone via iCloud. So this is a very nice feature, and there is one more feature that I would like to enable. Let's go to FaceTime for that. So over here, let's go to Preferences. Now there is an option, use your iPhone mobile network to make calls from iPhone. So what happens if you enable this? If you are receiving call on iPhone, you can directly answer it from your Mac. Basically, you don't need to pick up your iPhone. You will get an icon over here. Just click on accept, and you directly talk from here. And you can, of course, even use it for FaceTime calls. But even normal GSM calls, or also you can answer it from here if you enable this setting. Now, if you want to set up a VPN or want to use your Office VPN or even a personal VPN, you can directly do it from here. Just click on Wi-Fi icon and then click on Network Preferences. Over here, you can click on plus icon and then select VPN. And then you can select the VPN protocol you want, L2TP over IPsec, Cisco IPsec, or IKEv2. So these are the options that are supported by default from Mac. And if you are an OpenVPN user, you can even download the OpenVPN client. from OpenVPN Connect, I guess. OpenVPN Client Connect from macOS. So you can go over here and download OpenVPN client software and use it. So OpenVPN also works perfectly fine on macOS. I'm not using OpenVPN, so I'm not installing it. But it's a good thing. Now as a sysadmin, sometimes you have to even troubleshoot network issues. So Mtr is a must tool for that. Now how to install Mtr? For Mtr, you need to first install Homebrew. So the site is brew.sh. Over here there is a command given over here. You just need to copy paste it. I have copied it and just run it on the terminal window. Okay, it's asking for the password, so I have to enter my password. It's a sudo password. So what basically is Homebrew? Homebrew is actually a package manager, like if you're aware of FreeBSD or something. So it's a package manager where you can actually install all the file or the softwares that are available mostly for like other Unix platforms like Linux, FreeBSD and all those things. So it's a package manager for Mac. So I always suggest for all sysadmins to install this. It's a really must. With the help of this only you can install Mtr, and it's quite easy. And like there are many more softwares that you can install with Homebrew. So let's fast forward it for Homebrew to install. It will take a while. Now finally Brew is installed, but now it wants me to run certain commands so that it can get added to the path. So I will run them. I will open a new tab. I don't want to miss them. This one more. Okay, fine. So Brew is now added to the path, and now let's install Mtr. Brew install Mtr. So now just with one command I am able to install Mtr. So that's how easy the Brew makes it. So Brew is now installed, but Mtr need to be run as root. So you need to always use sudo Mtr, and then whatever host you want to trace, you can use that. Now as a sysadmin, we all know backups are very important. So I use Time Machine for that. I'm using Samsung T7 for like if I want to make a quick backup, and then I even use Readiness. You can check the link in description as well as in I button where I have given a long-term review of Readiness. It's a local NAS storage on my local network. Then as you see, I am already using iCloud and OneDrive. So most of my data is already in the cloud. Then I keep one more copy on a Western Digital 5 TB hard disk. But that I take occasionally. If I want a quick backup, I use Samsung T7 since it's SSD. The backups are very quick. And Readiness, like it automatically takes on regular intervals, so backups are also available over there. Now if you are into Apple ecosystem and using devices like Apple Watch, then in that case I would suggest you to enable one more setting. It's very important. Let's go to system preferences, and then in security and privacy, over here use your Apple Watch to unlock apps and your Mac. Make sure to enable it. It's asking for my password. Now whenever I want to log in, I can either use Touch ID, or if I'm wearing an Apple Watch and if it's unlocked, it will automatically unlock my Mac as long as I'm close to my Mac. So that makes life much easier. And there are a few more settings. Let's go back to security and privacy. Over here, Firewall. We already enabled Firewall during the installation or activation, so not needed right now. But if your Mac is already installed or activated, then you can enable it from here. Then another thing is Firewall. Let's enable it. See, as when it needed password, I can either use Touch ID, I can enter password, or I can just enable accept it from here, and over here turn on Firewall. So now my Firewall is enabled. So if I am on a public network or something, as a sysadmin, I don't need to explain it to you. It really helps. And Firewall is important, like just in case if you lose your Mac or it's misplaced, or like if somebody has stolen it, the thief cannot get access to your data because everything is encrypted on it. So always make sure to enable Firewall and Firewall. So now I think your new MacBook Air is ready as a sysadmin as well as any general user. And as I told earlier, I will be making one more video for content creators, like the apps that actually I myself use and that I recommend. I will make one more video on that. So make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notified about the new upcoming videos. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye bye.